What made a source valuable to you?
Sir, a good content would be which provides and which has the relevancy to UPSC syllabus, first of all.
Why you have chosen to go for civil services?
One thing happened, COVID lockdown. So during that time, I was planning for my masters. I was planning to go abroad, but due to that lockdown, I had to defer my admissions. And at that time, my sister was actually preparing for UPSC, and she motivated me.
So, what is your understanding of joining a test series?
Just make a plan. For example, I wrote around 15 to 20 tests, full length tests for mains every year.
When one should come to know that it is a time to change the optional or change the approach?
Sir, I believe in the initial years only one should decide. So, if one is in the exploratory stage, then yes, go ahead and read the options you are interested in. First is, sir, interest. That matters a lot.
Hello everyone. So today we have a guest, Sahil Dhankar, who scored 245 rank in prestigious UPSC examination. So today we are going to know about his journey, how he reached up to this position and what are his future plans. So let's start this. First, very much congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
So first, how you are feeling once you are in the PDF?
Sir, it feels very good. So I waited a long time for this. It's been 4 years since I began my journey. Though I was selected in Indian Forest Services last year, but when I started this, I wanted my name to be in the civil services list. So it feels very great.
So it feels great in terms of success, achievement, or it is something like a self-improvisation, personality development. In what sense you feel it is a great?
Sir, first is that I feel great because my efforts have shown something to me. And all those years of efforts and culmination has resulted in this result. So apart from that, sir, yes, I have grown as a person. My personality has changed. I now see things from a different perspective, maybe what I used to see 5 years back. So I'm very grateful for that I could get my name in that list, sir.
Okay, I can see that you are a BTech computer engineer. So
Yes, sir.
instead of going in the domain of computers, why you have chosen to go for civil services?
Okay, sir. Sir, in fact, I worked at a MNC company in Bangalore for certain 2 years. But sir, after that, one thing happened, COVID lockdown. So during that time, I was planning for my masters. I was planning to go abroad. But due to that lockdown, I had to defer my admissions. And at that time, my sister was actually preparing for UPSC. And she motivated me. My family members supported me. And I developed very huge interest in this exam. And sir, another reason was that my family background. My grandfather and my father were into Haryana state services. So I wanted to give this exam at least once in my life to maybe carry forward that legacy, we can say. So that was one of the two factors that I can say. And third one was that, sir, I saw my father working in COVID-19 while I was just sitting behind a laptop and working. So I wanted to do real work that has the real changes in grassroots.
Okay, so as far as I understood, when you saw your father working on the ground during the COVID time, he was the one who was interacting to the people, ensuring that their life should go smooth. That inspired you a lot
Yes, sir,
to come to this field, basically.
Yes, sir, that inspired me a lot.
So one word you said, you thought of once to appear for this examination.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that it is possible that it is someone appearing once for this examination can stop appearing for this examination?
No, sir, that is actually true that once you get a knack of it, so there's a feeling that you have to do it. And because it is so interesting and it is the actual work that the civil servants will do that will make the changes in the society. So once you enter this, it is very hard to leave. So as I entered after my first attempt when I could not clear prelims, so I made up my mind that this is not a game of only one attempt. So I'll be here. Due to support of my parents, I had my family's support. But if any other student is having this dilemma, then they should consider their family background and the support that is required, because this exam is very challenging.
So, do you suggesting this ki even once or twice students are not able to appear, I mean not able to make it, then they should still stick to the preparation and should continue?
Yes, sir, indeed. If they feel that, yes, because it is possible, sir. Even I felt when I started that this is impossible feat. No one in my surroundings or my knowledge had ever cleared this exam. So when I came to Delhi, in fact, then I saw people actually clearing this exam, and that motivated me. If they can do it, so can I.
That's the most important thing, that this examination is doable.
Yes,
Even a lot of students who are not able to make it in the first, second, third attempt, but still this examination is doable. And people,
True, sir.
once they have started it, and they should continue it as long as they have energy. And I do believe that they may be able to achieve something. So now let's have some few questions related to your preparation.
Sure, sir.
One important thing, there is a lot of material available, free material content available on Telegram. A lot of PDFs are available. The market is flooded with the content. So excessive of this content, do you think that it is democratizing the preparation, or it is creating a hurdle, and sometimes it is distracting people to hit the right zone basically?
Sure, sir. There is problem of plenty. So you'll have PDFs and contents bombarded towards you from everywhere and every institute. And sir, I personally have read them, and I can say that yes, they are all good. It's not like they are not they don't have relevancy or that. But in my opinion, sir, it in fact hinders us, because for clearing this exam, you don't need vast knowledge or everything, complexity. You just need to stick to the basics. So I believe that one should restrict the amount of content that one is engaging in, and focus only on that, sir.
So in your view, what is a good content? This is the first part, and what made a source valuable to you?
Sir, a good content would be which provides and which has the relevancy to UPSC syllabus, first of all, because there will be a lot of PDFs which will have additional content, and you will feel that, okay, this is very new, maybe UPSC will ask this in prelims, maybe not. So a good content will be providing all the information, first of all, syllabus wise. And sir, I got from various institutes, including Next IAS also. So the content is relevant there, so we can trust it.
But again, I'm saying as the problem of plenty is there, so what should be the approach basically? We should can identify that, okay, this is what I'm going to study, this is what I'm going to leave. Yes, because sir, as you said that all contents which are available, they are relatively good. If it is good, then how we should go to the right path?
Sir, you should explore, first of all. Go ahead, look at the PDFs, see if the language that they have used, it is compatible to you, because there will be a different approach towards presenting. Some will use graphics or mapping part. So it's up to the candidate only. But yes, after a certain point of time, there will be a leap of faith that you have to take. Just stick to the basics, the books, the relevant material, which you feel, shortlist them and make a plan and go ahead.
As I said, that the problem of plenty is there, and if you stick to the less material, so what we technically call today FOMO.
Yes,
so what was your approach to FOMO?
Sir, honestly speaking, at the start, I looked everywhere and every PDF. I was a PDF collector. So all my friends, if they needed any material, they would just ping me, just send me this, and I would have that. So, but sir, with time, I have understood this thing that this is not required at all. So just limit the sources according to time, because you can't finish all those PDFs or all those material within this 1 year.
So this is one suggestion, that you should reduce your study material according to the time.
Yes, sir.
What else one can do to reduce the study material? It could be relevancy of the topic what they're studying basically.
Just look for the PDFs. Like every candidate will have certain themes which they are lacking. So if they feel that because sir, in my opinion, when I study, for example, for prelims, so for speaking geographic subject wise, so I would go for NCRTs first of all, the basic NCRTs for physical geography. But I know that my mapping part is a little weak. So I would look for those PDFs with mapping, maybe world mapping, mineral resources mapping. So limit that according to your issues, what you are facing in the exam.
Okay. So now moving to the next level. So one thing is that you get the good content and now you started preparing the for your examination.
Yes, sir.
So what is the importance of writing? What is the importance of writing in this examination? Because reading something, understanding something, so you know or you have a knowledge, then what is the role of writing in expression of those knowledge to qualify this examination?
Certainly, sir. So, sir, in mains, first of all, we have to write the 7 exams and plus 2 compulsory papers. So, a candidate has the idea that, okay, this is how things are working, but they are not able to express it on the paper. So, we lack vocabulary when we start. So, from the start only, express your thoughts on the notes.
Okay.
If you are making a notes, if you are joining any course, then that is automatically there. The written part will be there. You understand some things and make notes of it. And especially during the mains preparation, so one must write tests and previous year questions, because that will provide an insight and that will actually check where you are. This is why, sir, certain candidates have scored very well in GS and SA, while certain candidates haven't, despite having the same knowledge. It is the expression, the vocab that they will be building.
So, what is your understanding of joining a test series?
Sir, I believe it should be there, but it should be limited as well. It should not be like you are collecting tests from the market and writing everything. Just make a plan. For example, I wrote around 15 to 20 tests, full length tests for mains every year. And for prelims, for example, if we say around 50 tests throughout the year, not in just certain time. Apart from that, sir, I believe previous year questions are the key, because they consider and they contain the themes that UPSC actually asks. So if you see, for example, GS 3, you'll have questions from environment and financial inclusion, for example. So prepare that theme diligently, and when you write and express that theme in certain words, so you will get that vocabulary, and then you'll score good. And each candidate has a different approach to writing, sir. Some candidates score better even writing in paragraphs, or certain candidates in point wise. So it's totally up to the candidate. But yes, their expression should be understandable to the examiner.
Okay, so what I understand that test series help you to understand your strength also.
Yes, sir.
And it give you a feedback regarding your weaknesses, and then you learn the various ways of writing answers.
True, sir.
And through which you can further advance your own knowledge.
Correct,
and
sir.
You can reproduce it again and again in a better way.
Yes, sir.
So now we are shifting towards the optional subject. So
Yes.
what was your optional and why you have chosen that optional?
Okay. So my optional was mathematics. I chose this optional first of all because of my interest. I was having various Olympiads during the schools also. So I was inclined towards this optional. Secondly, there was a perception. I would use this word perception because that mathematics gives you ample scores. Though it is not true, if you ask me right now, sir. And thirdly, sir, I would say some of my background matched it. I did computer engineering. So there were topics like numerical analysis, LPP, that were overlapping somehow.
So, I mean, this is one of the biggest challenge in the optional. Like few students have chosen certain optionals and they are not able to score.
Yes, sir.
And repeatedly they are not able to score it. So what do you think? When one should come to know that it is a time to change the optional or change the approach?
Sir, I believe in the initial years only one should decide. So If one is in the exploratory stage, then yes, go ahead and read the optional you are interested in. First is, sir, interest. That matters a lot.
Okay.
If you are not interested in something and you are just picking it because some friend of yours scored much better marks, that will not be there for you. Definitely, sir, if you are not interested in that optional. So when you are the exploratory stage, for example, first two attempts, if I can say, because this happened with me also, sir. So mine is mathematics optional, and I have struggled a lot with this. So initially, for the first or second year, I thought about changing it, but due to my interest, I would say, and certain feedback from the teachers also, that yes, one can do better in this optional also, but it will require a lot of effort. So now you have to decide whether you'll be able to put that much efforts, considering you have to also prepare for your general studies. So, but once you make that decision, it should be a leap of faith in that direction, I believe, sir.
So don't you suggest to changing of the optional after preparing 3-4 attempts?
Sir, it is very hard to change it actually, practically speaking. So all those efforts that had been put in the previous years, it is very hard to let go of them. So I think practically it will not be possible, sir.
Although your optional was mathematics, but still I should ask this question. What is more important for preparation of an optional? Understanding that optional are, you can say, mugging. I mean, in mathematics also, I believe, I don't know much about mathematics, but still mugging of the formulas should be also there. But in general, what do you think that the understanding plays a more important role, or cramming, or regularly mugging up play more important role?
Sir, initially, if you are preparing, then understanding is the key. But yes, if you have time crunch and you know certain topics, they will require only cramming. Then that is also required, sir. It is not like only understanding will get you there. So when you revise, basically cramming is what, when you repeatedly revise a thing, you are imbibing that knowledge actually.
Okay.
So according to me, sir, cramming is also required at a certain point of time.
So what I understand, understanding of the subject is most important
Yes, sir,
part.
firstly.
So once candidates are very, develop a good understanding of the subject, and they should go for the mugging also. So mugging is very important.
Yes, sir, mugging is
Because this is a kind of discussion among the students that few stresses only on understanding, few stresses कि नहीं हम तो सब याद कर लेंगे, याद करके हमारा काम चल जाएगा. तो आई गेस दोनों का मिक्स चाहिए.
Yes, sir, best of both worlds is the key.
दोनों का मिक्स काम चलेगा.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, एक और सवाल की, आप यहाँ पे काफ़ी दिनों से हैं, तो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज प्रिपरेशन के दौरान आपको क्या समझ में है?
Sir, biggest challenge was controlling your emotions, and because this exam will test you, and you will feel very low when you fail, or you believe that you have failed. Actually, it is not my perception right now, but yes, I also felt like I have failed prelims, then failed in mains, failed last year in interview. But sir, the kind of emotional support and society also does not recognize your efforts. Because a candidate who is studying and who is giving everything for this exam, society is not appreciating what efforts they have put in. They will just see if he succeeded or not. So I think that should also be changed, sir. And for me, controlling my emotions was very difficult. I'm happy to say that yes, I have cried out loud, and that has made me better. And I would often quote this, sir. So there's a book, Tuesdays with Maury, and there they say that first recognize your emotions, then detach it. So if you feel failed in a test, so you feel angry, you feel disgusted by yourself that even after the efforts you have not succeeded in this test. But feel that emotion, that why is that anger there? Okay, is it because of some topics that you have not prepared, or is it just because of luck, or the paper was very random, or what it was? So that helped me control my emotions, and that was a very big help, at least in interview also, sir.
Okay, so I believe that there is a one strong message from Dhankar Sahab, and this message is like the society and family. So it should be the parents, family, friends, peer groups. They should also understand a student working hard throughout day and night. Sometimes student may not be able to qualify, so that doesn't mean that there was no effort. So the support from family, society, and peer group must be
Yes.
be extended to the students basically.
Yes,
And
sir.
this examination require lot of mental strength.
True, sir.
So last question from my side.
Sure,
So
sir.
what is your suggestion? What are your suggestions to do and not to do during this preparation?
Okay, sir. I'll start with the to-dos. Firstly, study diligently. So it is not like just you are knowing some facts, or for example, if you are studying ancient history, certain, because a lot of my friends also face this issue that ancient history, they feel like everything is for cramming only. So make certain connections and show your interest in that, because there are topics like, for example, ancient history, if we are talking, there are certain books, for example, they have written, and people, what will do, they'll make a list and just cram it. But if you feel interested in that and make some connections, for example, there's a book, Swapna Vasudhatan, that is a play actually, and Priyadarshika, Ratnavali. These are all related. So, in fact, I also did this, sir. I made a list and I was cramming, but then I got an insight and I should explore this. So, when I explored it, there was a story behind it actually. Avanti and Vatsa kingdoms, they had some connections, and because of that, it was there. So, if you feel like that, interested in that, then it will be very easy. So, first is you should be interested in actually gaining the knowledge, be it any subject. Secondly, limit your resources. I did it very blunder in the first initial years, that collecting every material and studying that. Thirdly, have some social connections. I was socially isolating myself, and that cost me a lot emotionally. So, but I would suggest have some social group, have some peer group, be it your family or some friends. So, they should be there to support you. Then I would say, don't just focus on the cramming part. So getting a perspective is very important, especially at the interview stage. People usually, what they do is, in the mains, we have a habit of writing the pros and cons of everything. They will not have their own perspective on everything, whatever is going there around them. But form that perspective, and for that, newspapers are really important. So I would say read newspapers diligently, and it should not be like just having a 15 minutes. So spare time, at least 1 hour is required, I believe, sir.
And what should not be done?
Sir, not done also should be like not isolate yourself.
Okay, that's the, for your mental health you should not
Yes, sir.
isolate.
Mental health is very important in this exam. So don't just feel that it is your burden only. Have some faith in your friends, have some connections with the people around you. And one thing is, do not get distracted, because when we come here, if we talk about it, if we say that there's a perception key, students will come here and they'll be only able to clear this while being in Delhi. But that will expose you to various distractions around you, be it high rent or nothing is working here. So avoid that as much as possible. And one last thing I would like to say, sir, study hard. Study hard, I mean, you only have one controllable factor in your hand, that is your time right now. So give a sitting of at least 12 to 13 hours, I would say. Effective study will be only 7 to 8 hours, I feel. But APJ Abdul Kalam sir also said this, right? Ki if you have to shine like a star, then you have to burn like one. So burn like a star first.
That was Sahil, and he explained very well how he reached to this position. From my side and from Next IAS side, best wishes for your future.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.